Do you think that Gordon can remake his career in Cleveland, or does he really need a new home and a fresh start?
Well, my first hope is that he is healthy
Sure.
and his life is together. I mean, you know, tales of addiction can be very sad, so I'm rooting for him. And maybe that's the benefit to being in Cleveland, is people have followed this tale and now can be rooting for him also, because there's not much to root for there. So in a sense, yes, maybe the sort of stock advice would be change your scenery, change your situation. But now he is coming back to a team that has nothing else. So it could be something to have shine towards the end of the season in what has been yet another disaster in the long lineage of disasters for the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I totally echo your sentiments there about hoping that he's first and foremost well in the mind, body, spirit. And I think that's going to be very difficult in Cleveland, quite frankly. You know, Josh Gordon has been very honest about how he struggled with addiction, but also how the fans in Cleveland are really hard on him. And I know he's a professional athlete. He makes a lot of money, and so people don't like to see him as a person, as a human being. That can be tough, and especially when you're underachieving. So I get it, but you know, if there's ill will between the fans of Cleveland and Josh Gordon, maybe just turning the page fully and starting elsewhere. I'm not saying you have to send him to the Patriots, so he doesn't all of a sudden have to be a Super Bowl contender, but maybe just going somewhere else to really have a clean start and clean slate could be the best thing for him. I mean, these are issues that have traveled with him from Baylor to Cleveland. Maybe just having a new attitude and outlook on life could help, and maybe scenery change could go along with that. I mean, one other thing to keep in mind, you mentioned the dumpster fire that is the Cleveland Browns. Well, you could have a new coach next year. You could have an entire new front office. You can't put anything past owner Jimmy Haslam that he could pull the ripcord on this whole thing. And then how does that affect a guy like Josh Gordon? You know, now everything you knew, the coaching staff you knew, gets totally ripped out and the carpet pulled out from under you. So I don't know if that's necessarily the best thing also. All in all, I think if he moved away from Cleveland, much like most people who play for the Cleveland Browns, but really for Josh Gordon, I think it would signal good things.